Welcome to Car Trucks. Now today's video comes from Oulton Park once again for its flagship Gold Cup event. Now in this video, I'm sure you've seen by the thumbnail, we have all the historic touring cars or saloon cars. Now I will be uploading more videos about different classes of cars. There are some more modern touring cars and there are a lot of single seaters, so please check out the channel in the upcoming weeks for those videos. But this one's just for the possibly one of my favourite classes, the historic touring cars. There was a lot of action, a lot of oversteer as well. Great event. I'd highly recommend going to it if you find yourself in the Cheshire area. And also I did upload a video the other day about some of the supercars on show at the event. If you haven't seen that, please check that video out. But yeah, this video is just about the historic saloon cars of the Oulton Park Gold Cup. Thanks for watching. Please watch this video all the way until the end, as I will be walking around some of the historic classic cars that were also on show. There should be quite a bit going on, but not at the moment, as it's about 8 o'clock and not many people have turned up yet. So I think what we're going to do is going to head over to the paddock to see if we can see any gems in there. We're in the paddock now and I can see some cars lining up to go out for the first qualifying session. So let's see if we can get a bit of footage of them running. Just spotted this very nice Lotus Elite, fantastic shape I think, in the paddock. See, there's a lot of variation here. We've seen a Porsche 911 earlier as well. You can hear some cars on track. Now this is only the qualifying session and we'll make sure to capture the content of the racing, but for now we're just having a look around the paddock. Also hidden away, another little gem, an Alfa GTV. Very nice Italian 60s, 70s classic. Hopefully we'll see this on track later. Here we have another very nice Chevron in red next to some 90s touring cars. So at the moment it's only qualifying. But this qualifying session is when obviously the cars will be at their fastest, so that's why we've come to the fastest point on the circuit. That's all that got past. We're now in the Concourse section. Just proved me wrong. I could hear a couple of more. We have a Triumph. I didn't actually see the front. Is it a TR2 or TR3? Alright, it's a TR3. Here we have a very nice convertible Mercedes. Proper soft line. Gorgeous design, I think. And then another lovely Beamer. Next to another one of the new Porsche GT3s, the new shape of course. Next to a very nice GT40. I'm sure it's a replica, but even when they're replicas, I saw some quite far away now, but earlier. And they're just gorgeous things. This has to be my favourite section of the concourse. We have a gorgeous Facel Vega, or Facel, however you want to say it. Curved glass as well. Everything about it is just perfect. It's an absolutely gorgeous car, that. I feel like the mud on the plate lets it down a bit, but it's gorgeous, that. Yeah, with an AC Ace, another proper British classic. Favourite of mine, such a gorgeous design. Obviously, Carroll Shelby made it into the iconic Shelby Cobra, but to be honest, I've always preferred these. I might have to stop talking because there's some cars coming past. And then just at the end of the concourse, we have a Van den Pla Princess. Another very nice car. Here we have another special car. I've seen this a couple of times. I'm sure you've noticed it's 77RW. Now, obviously I've seen this a few times, but not really been able to get that close to it, so it's a really unique occasion to do it. If you don't know, 77RW was the original E-Type to be driven to the Geneva Motor Show overnight by Norman Jewis. That's a really famous E-Type. It was the thing that started it all, really. It's really the other one known as the flat floored, because you've got the external bonnet locks. And obviously it's the Series 1 being the earliest one because of the more swoopy, nice looking indicators. That's a gorgeous car with an even better history. No, I've seen this before. I think I've seen it at Race Retro, but I've never been able to get up close to it.
Yeah, no, the other one, 96, is the coupe.
So also here at this fantastic event. Obviously the main thing is the racing. We can hear an F1 demonstration, something like a 2005 Renault in that livery, but with a V8 engine that sounds like it's running on about 6 cylinders, and then some sort of, I think it's a Lotus, that sounds a bit good. I can hear it in the background, not sure if you can. But anyway, there are loads of classic cars here. I'll go through a few of them, but there are just so many that it would take ages to do all of them. So we're in the lunch break at the moment, so it's a little opportunity just to have a quick look around. So we've got a very nice escort here. I think this is the RS Owners Club. That F1 car does sound good. Here we have the Sprite and Midget stand. They all look good together, don't they? I can hear the Lotus going around. I'm not sure if that's actually genuine, because I don't think Lotus were racing in the early 2000s. I do know later on I think they were racing sort of in the V8 era, obviously Romain Grosjean being one of their main drivers. And I know they were racing sort of in the late 80s, possibly the 90s, but that car is the early 2000s, or some sort of the 2000s. Can't quite decide if it has the V10 engine or the V8. So, yeah, if it has the V10 engine, it could be anywhere from 2000 to 2005. Then in 2006, they went to the V8 engine. And then in 2009, they went to... Might have to stop for a moment. That doesn't sound very good. Nice Jensen CV8. But yeah, in 2009 they had the narrow rear wing, which was designed to create some closer racing. So if it's a V8 engine, it could be from 2006 to 2008. But I know what some people do is they buy the old chassis and make their sort of own car. So, don't know. Let me know in the comments if you know anything about that. Well, it certainly sounds the part going around. I can hear something revving up. Wonder what that is. We've got a Aston Martin DB11. Very nice Daimler SP250. And an MGB GT. That really doesn't sound right. For a V8 it sounds like it's running on about 6 cylinders. And F1 cars never had that sound. When they had the V8 it would have been a very high revving car. And here we have another very rare car, the MG X-Power car. I believe they only made about 10 of these. Forgot that was a bit zoomed in there. I'm not sure I've actually ever seen one of these, so it's really interesting to see next to an MGB Roadster. Upon close inspection, this MG is more to the eye than the first glance. So this used to be owned by an F1 driver of all people. It used to be owned by Tom Price. Sort of 70s F1 driving when things were really wacky with all the aero and ground effect cars. But that's really interesting to see. I didn't expect that.
Want to try something, Manny? No. Mustang.
Paddock alongside it, turn it into a whole car, flying left-hander is technically difficult to do. Further back in the pack, that means from Mental Top, and then you've got Oulton, despite that full snag on his front right tyre. Mustang comes in, popping his back, his fire squirts into the side of it. He's got enough for Mars, he's got one.